What if I told you that while you've been saving up for a down payment on your first rental property, Elon Musk just figured out how to control 68 miles of prime Las Vegas real estate without buying a single square foot? And what's worse, what he did is 100% legal. And the exact same strategy is now being used by hundreds of investors, while most people have no idea it even exists. But before I show you how it works, let me explain the loophole he just bored through Vegas and why cities are begging him to do it again. Now, obviously, you are not gonna dig tunnels under your city, and that's not what this is about, because the strategy that Musk used here, it works at every level, and I'm gonna show you how it applies to normal people, without billions, without rockets, and without a single shovel. I'll get to it in a second, but first, you've gotta see how he pulled this off, because once you understand it, you'll start spotting this loophole everywhere. I mean, because I know you've been told the only way to win in real estate is to save, grind, and buy. Own the property, own the doors, own the dirt. But Musk just proved that's outdated thinking. Ownership is optional. Control is everything. And the way he pulled it off? It's been hiding in plain sight for over 100 years. In 2021, Las Vegas gave Musk's Boring Company a 50-year franchise agreement, the same kind used by telecoms or public transit. It gave him the right to dig tunnels under city streets and private property without buying the land above. No negotiations, no bidding wars, no billion-dollar real estate deals. Just a legal permission slip that lets him tunnel through the strip for almost nothing. And while you're watching this video, 2 more US cities just approved similar deals with companies trying to replicate the same model. The window? It's closing faster than anyone expected. Now here's the real play. Elon didn't try to buy up the city. He just bought the small, overlooked pieces that gave him access. A 1.3 acre lot here, a back alley restaurant there. His total land spend, less than $50 million. But because those tiny lots became tunnel stations, they're now the connection points for an entire transportation grid. And the value of controlling that corridor? Insiders estimate it could exceed $2 billion in economic impact. That's not a 10x return. That's a 40x value lift from being boring. Now, I probably shouldn't even be saying this because the real estate industry wants this buried. You see, they make money when you buy. They make money when you sell. But when you control without owning, they make nothing. And you keep everything. That's why this stays quiet. You see, your real estate agent won't tell you this exists. Your mortgage broker won't either, because they get paid when you borrow. Even your CPA benefits when you buy and hold. Everyone around you is financially invested in keeping you inside of the traditional game, because confused investors pay the highest fees. But Musk just proved you don't have to play by those rules anymore. This is why your neighbor who got lucky with that property wasn't lucky. They just understood something you didn't. It's not about owning everything. It's about controlling the choke points. That's what Elon bought. Not land, leverage. Here's what those worthless lots became. Loop stations, entry points, on-ramps to a private underground highway. Now, Boring Company is building housing on top of those stations. Because when you control the access point, you control the traffic. And when you control the traffic, you name the price. This strategy worked in Vegas because it was ignored. They had over 200 parcels perfect for it just a few years ago. Now, less than 30. And once institutional money figures out how to replicate this in other cities, it's game over for regular investors. And this isn't even new. I mean, Rockefeller built 22 skyscrapers on land he didn't own, just leased. Tokyo's subway system profits by controlling the shops above its stations. Railroads in the 1800s made their fortune not from tickets, but from selling the land next to the tracks. The pattern is always the same. Control beats ownership. Every time. And remember what I said earlier, this is 100% legal. The agreement Elon signed functions kind of like a utility easement. He doesn't need to own the strip. He just gets to run a system through it because he filed the right paperwork before anyone else did. That's how Elon got Vegas without buying Vegas. But there's one piece of this puzzle I haven't told you yet. The part that makes or breaks this strategy. And it's not what you think. This exact same principle works at any scale. I've used it with as little as $10,000. I've used it with creative financing. I've partnered with people and did it with nothing but credit. Right now, investors are using lease options, land trusts, even easements to control income producing property without ever holding the title. I mean, if you're familiar with subject to, novation, short-term rental arbitrage, then you know about some of these strategies that use these different tools. Same principle, control beats ownership. And right now, over 847 investors across the US are using this exact concept to build passive income without owning the buildings outright. They lease, they partner, they structure smart deals that put them in control without the liabilities of ownership. You'll never see them on TikTok. They're not flashy, they're boring, and they're rich. So here's the move. You can keep trying to buy your way to financial freedom, hoping for a miracle flip or a crash, or you can click this video right here and I'll walk you through how real investors are using this exact strategy to build income without becoming landlords. No hammer, no tenants, no burnout. Just boring, repeatable leverage. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Or maybe I'll see you over here right now. Take care.